Hi, my name is Jo. Welcome to the Calgary Herald Yoga video series. And this month we're just exploring the tree. We got hit hard with a freak snowstorm at the beginning of September here, and there was no part of our city where the trees weren't damaged. So just join together and just honor the tree, and we're going to explore tree pose a little bit, Vrikshasana in Sanskrit. We're going to start just by standing. If you can take off your shoes and socks, even better, and then feel your feet into the ground. And I'm fortunate to be outside, which is kind of nice, just to ground your feet down into the floor or the earth if you're here, and feel the rebounding energy traveling up your legs. Then draw your navel in towards your spine, just slightly, so you support your lower back. Take your upper arms and roll them out so your palms start to face front, and stand really tall and strong in your mountain pose. Good. And from here, I'm just going to take my hands to my hips, send my weight over to the left side, lift my right heel up, and just turn it out, and just pause here. You can keep your toes on the ground, and this could be a form of tree pose for you, or you can always put your hand against the wall or on a chair if you need to. But from here, we're going to lift the right foot up. I'm going to place it on the side of my left shin, and then I'm going to find my strength and my balance as I squeeze everything in towards the midline. And you can stay right here if your balance is good, and you can take your foot high to your thigh, then just bring it all the way up. But if that doesn't feel right, just bring it back down. Just want to be very careful to avoid your knee. And then reach your arms up like you're growing your branches in your tree. Spread your fingers and smile. And breathe. Good. Enjoy the strength and stability from tree pose. Good. On your next exhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart and step down. And then we'll do the second side. So hands on the hips. Get nice and strong through your legs. Plant your feet into the floor like you're growing roots. And you'll feel the energy traveling up your legs. A little engagement of the navel in. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Lift the left heel up and turn it out. And just stay here. All good. You can even take it wider if you need to. Or bring that foot to the side of your shin. Stay here. Or grab your ankle and take it high to the thigh. And then draw in. Press the foot and the leg towards each other. Squeeze your hips towards each other. Roll your upper arms out and reach your arms up. And smile. Okay, if you're challenged with your balance, just take your gaze down to the floor. And breathe. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, palms together in front of your heart, and release your foot down. Awesome. Okay, if that was good and you want to move on to the next thing, this I call pigeon lying in a tree. And I call it pigeon in a tree because we're going to take the ankle and cross it just above the knee. So again, I get nice and strong through my legs, feet are pointing straight ahead, little engagement in, just for your stability. Shift your weight onto your left foot. I'm going to bend my left knee and take my right ankle just to cross. All good here. If you're good here, you can take your hands to your thighs, or you can bring your hands into Anjali Mudra. You want to flex your right foot, send your butt back so you find your balance, and maybe take yourself down. And you can stay here for a breath or two, or if you want a bigger thigh or hip stretch, take your hands to the floor. And this might feel good, it might not. If it doesn't, come back up. But here you can take your foot and even wrap it around your leg and breathe. So I'm getting a really big stretch in the outer hip. And then from here, I'm going to come up and just try and do it as gracefully as you can. And come all the way up and step down. Good. Okay, so we'll just do the second side. You can go to regular tree, or you cross your ankle over your knee, bend into the right knee, and keep your hands on your thighs or your hips. Flex your foot, stay here, or take your hands together and just start to fold forward. And you just go really, really slow, and maybe this might be good. You stop. You take your hands to the floor. You can wrap your toes around your upper arm. Send your hips back and breathe. And then we'll come on up. Bring the hands together and release. Awesome. So I already feel pretty good. It's a little bit of movement and energy. If you want to try another challenge, we can even take tree pose into Vashisthasana, which is a side plank. So I'm going to come down to the ground. Come on down. Okay. From here, I'm on my hands and knees. I'm going to roll my upper arm out. So if that doesn't make sense, you can turn your inner elbow to face front. And that way, I'm just going to plug my shoulder back so it's nice and safe. I'm going to turn my right hand out. I'm going to take my legs out to the side. Bring my hand to my hip. And this is plank pose. And you can stay here. I'm pushing my hand down and away. Lift your hips up. And then maybe take your left foot into tree pose. Good. And you can reach your arm up. And breathe. Nice. Good. Okay. And then we'll do the second side. So same thing. I'm going to start here. I'm going to rotate my upper shoulder out, turn my hand, come into my plank pose so I can stack the feet. You can even just cross it over, almost like a pigeon in a tree pose, lying down. You can stay here, or you can take that ankle, move that foot into tree pose, reach the hips up, whoops, ground down. Okay, if we fall, that's okay. Just get back up. Good. And then come on down. Good. Well, so that should feel pretty good. It's a little bit empowering and just kind of brings us back to our natural roots and just show our support for the tree as we ground down, lift up. Thank you so much, guys. Namaste.